Gypsy Rose Blanchard has shared that she experimented with her sexuality while incarcerated. The 32-year-old stated, "A big part of womanhood is learning to become comfortable with their sexuality. And for years, I wasn't." In a recent episode of Gypsy Rose, Life After Lockup. In July 2016, Blanchard received a 10-year prison sentence. However, he was released after just 8 years. Throughout her youth, she experienced medical use at the hands of her mother because of Munchausen by proxy, a mental disease in which a caregiver creates a sickness in order to elicit pity or attention for the person they are caring for. After launching her own TV program, Blanchard opened up about having questioned her own sexuality for a long time, particularly when she was a teenager. She continued, "I felt like I was attracted to girls, and I got to experiment with that in prison," in reference to her time spent behind bars. "I believe that I have kissed more girls than guys." In July 2022, Blanchard wed Ryan Anderson. However, she filed for divorce soon after her release. Blanchard allegedly wrote the following in a private Facebook post that POPLE was able to see at the time. "People have been asking what is going on in my life. Sadly, my spouse and I are divorcing, so I moved in with my parents' house across the bayou. My friends and family are here to support me and help me get through this. I'm getting better at following my gut. I need some time right now to discover who I am." 3 days after requesting a restraining order, she filed for divorce on April 8. She says, "A big part of womanhood is learning to become comfortable with their sexuality, and for years I wasn't." In a recent episode of Gypsy Rose, Life After Lockup. As Blanchard put it, "I felt like I was attracted to girls when I was a teenager or preteen, and I got to experiment with that in prison. So for a long time, I questioned my own sexuality. I believe that I have kissed more girls than guys." Over the course of her incarceration, Gypsy received over 250 love letters from men, but one really stood out. It was from Ryan Anderson, a special education teacher in Louisiana. After exchanging letters, they tied the knot in July 2022. But in March, just 3 months after her release, the pair announced their separation. "When I got out of prison, I was married to Ryan, and we had been in a relationship for 3 years," she revealed in an interview with Extra's Mona Cosa Alti in May. Discussing the breakup, Gypsy continued, "People are going to see in the show what kind of led to the ultimate decision for me to want a divorce. I had never lived with a man before, so with the transition from prison to living with a partner and not knowing how to navigate that was complicated." Blanchard reconnected with another former pen pal from prison, Ken Erker, after her breakup with Ryan. "Well, you know, the heart wants what the heart wants," Blanchard said to Koser Abdi, characterizing the previous few months as a roller coaster. Ryan, who was also interviewed by Extra's Melvin Robert, claimed he was blindsided by their divorce's sudden events and that he is still in shell shock mode over her rekindling her relationship with Erker. "Me and Gypsy, the love we have for each other hasn't changed," he stated. "It's just a lot of things have taken place, but love was never our issue." He continued, saying, "I'm still thinking, analyzing, and piecing things together. It's one of those things that I'm just attempting to identify. Actually, there isn't just one solution. We were married. Everything was good. And all of a sudden, we're not married and we don't see each other," Ryan adamantly stated. He explained, "It just kept going and now it's so big, you can't stop it. And it's depressing," likening it to a snowball effect.